So as someone who knows absolutely nothing about Godzilla, not seen a single film, don't know the lore about Godzilla, don't care, haven't seen it, not a fan. Going into this film, I went in with, you know, an open mind because I've never seen any of them. And boy, was I surprised. This film was fucking amazing. So I didn't even know this film was coming out. I hadn't seen a trailer for it. Over the last few days, I read online, like I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score. It was fucking high as hell. I've read a lot of comments saying that this film is absolutely amazing. So I thought, why not? I'll go give it a chance. Stayed away from trailers, stayed away from reviews. And as I said, it was such a good film. And what made it even more impressive, I did read before going into this that this film's budget was only $15 million. It just makes these big studios who have $250, $300 million to work on their filmmaking, to work on their post-production, their CGI, and it always looks like dog shit. This film looked incredible. Every time Godzilla was on the screen, it looked fantastic. I could not pick up one bad piece of CGI. The only little complaint I had was that Godzilla walked super like animatronic. But I've read this film is like a love letter to the first Godzilla film. I might be bullshitting there, but I remember reading something like that. So maybe in the first films he walked like that. I don't know. But that's literally the only little complaint I had. So they tried to tell this story of this failed kamikaze pilot in Japan, and he blames himself for the deaths of all his crew at the hands of Godzilla. He thinks he could have done more. He goes back home and he meets this stranger she's taken in this kid that's not hers. They end up living together, and it explores how their relationship develops over the years. Now, right from the get-go, I was a bit skeptical with this. About 10 minutes in, I wasn't bored, but I wasn't too interested. I just wanted to see Godzilla, because the opening 5 minutes of this film is fucking mayhem. Godzilla is just so OP, man. He's fucking destroying everybody. And the start of this film was just wild. I did not expect it to start like that. You're literally thrown right into the action. So when it really slowed down and these two met and started interacting, I wasn't bored by it, but I just wasn't too interested by it. But then as the film went on and their relationship develops, you see he's fighting his inner demons and he can't really connect with her on a personal level because he's just so fucked up in the head. She's trying, but he won't give her anything. They've got this kid that they're now raising as their own, even though it's not a blood relative of either of them. The story was really interesting, and as it went on throughout the movie, I just got more and more interested and more invested. And this film is emotional, man. Like, some shit happens in here that I did not expect. And then stuff happens at the end of the film that I really did not expect. And it really got me emotionally. I've always said if a film makes me cry or tear up, they've done something right. And this film did something right. And when their relationship is developing through the film, yes, I was really interested in it, but at times, I won't lie, I did get a little bored and it dragged on a bit too much. And I think that's only because I really wanted to see Godzilla again. The film is at its best when Godzilla's going crazy. Not to take away from their little love story. As I said, it was great, but it did feel like it dragged on a bit. The film was only 2 hours, but I felt like I was in there for at least 2.5, 3. All the side characters were super likable. Everybody's super likable in this film. All the performances were great. And the main character in this film, in other films like this one, like I'm thinking of the one with The Rock and the gorillas, is it Rampage? They just make The Rock super likable and, you know, a super nice guy. He can't do no wrong. But in this film, your main character here, you get so fucking frustrated with him at times. It's really hard to like him at times. You feel sorry for him, yes, but you just get pissed off with some of the decisions he makes in this. So it made him more human. In these action films, the main character can't do no wrong. They're always just a saint. They're always just super likable. But this film here is not that. He's got his flaws. But his partner, so to speak, the girl he runs into and takes in with that little kid that's not hers. She's an absolute fucking saint in this. Like, she really is the hero of this film. I don't want to give anything away, but she is the hero of this film in my eyes. All the action scenes, as I said, the CGI was incredible. And man, when Godzilla's at it, not seeing any other Godzilla films, he is fucking OP. Like, the whole time I was like, they are not going to defeat this thing. It is fucking ridiculous. But all these scenes were filmed perfectly, edited perfectly, the CGI was great. The music in this film was fantastic. All the acting was great. It was written great. It's baffling to me. This only had a $15 million budget, and it was that good. And it's in Japanese. I've only seen a few foreign films that I've really loved. Like Train to Busan was one of them. Parasite was another one. But for someone with a fucking pea brain like mine, it is very hard to follow along in a film and read the entire time. Like, I normally just watch films to zone out and just concentrate on the film, but having to concentrate on reading the dialogue, as I said, I've got a fucking pea brain, so it's a bit annoying, but this film, not at all. Not at all. So I really don't have many complaints with this film. It really caught me off guard as to how good it was. I'm gonna watch a bunch of reviews now to see if everybody else agrees with me, but I had such a good time with this film. So I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. This will definitely make my top 10 films of the year, no doubt about it. Unless like fucking 6 amazing films come out in the next 3 weeks, but that's not gonna happen. So if you've seen the film, let me know what you think, and thanks always for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.